Yeah, no, that's so we're starting the live stream, guys. I think we've got everybody on board who's supposed to be on board. So cool. Yeah, no, I think most of the games companies are really doing their best to invest a lot into um, the counters and the maps and the charts and everything else. So at least you've got something that really looks good. Um, so that's kind of nice in that regard.
Yeah, gotta justify that money.
Are you saying SPI games were not beautiful?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean some of the games that we had,
They
I
were mentally beautiful.
Exactly.
Get into James Dunnigan's mind, yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, and given what they had to work with, what the expectations were, I still somewhere I think I broke out my Avalon Hills copy of Waterloo, and the I think the French are sort of a pale blue, and the British are sort of a pink color, and the counters are really rather drab or generic looking, nothing exciting. So, but we played those games, and Alexander the Great and all those others that were Avalon Hill had that same kind of look to them. Had a lot of fun. Can't complain.
No? Well,
Eric, I have a quick La Bataille question. When you guys played Dresden,
Yes.
how exactly did you handle the fortress walls of the old city?
Uh, how do we handle them? We never had anybody attacking the fortress walls or anything like that. Nobody ever got close enough to the fortress walls for us to worry about it.
Hmm.
Mid to late of that second day scenario, sometimes the action gets up in there.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised. It is conceivable that that can happen, but we never had it happen, so I don't um, I don't know. I mean, I think you can only attack from what I can recall. You can only attack at the gates because it's
Right.
got
You
like
can
a
only attack.
moat.
But
Yeah, and then you've got
the
the moat,
question
and then you got the
is
bastions and
is
everything else. I don't know that you could actually attack
is
across the walls.
is the moat treated just as a +1 stream? And if there's no defending unit on the wall, can you just move in at a cost of 3 like you normally could? Can you escalate it like that? That it's probably up to the player group.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I mean, I'd have to look at what the rules say. Are you in the process of playing a version of it or a scenario of it right now? Is that what's brought it up?
No, I was just kind of looking at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know without looking at the rules. And then the other thing is that if you go to the consim forum for this, and you type in like Dresden, errata or whatever else, and you go back like to 2016, you'll find posts that Ed made answering different questions and things like that about it. Um,
Cool.
so yeah, so there, you might find something there that clarifies it. But yeah,
You
we
know,
never,
thanks.
yeah, we never had the opportunity for that to happen. Um, Yeah, and I'm going to be sending an email out to the guys that are coming to Consim. We've got 8 people confirmed so far, and then Bill. Oh, I can't remember his name. He was out there at
Kocho.
Gettysburg. Yep, yep. He might be coming out as well, so that'll give us 9 so far, and then we'll see if there's anybody else who's joined the roster on Consim. But we should be good for 2 games. Alex was going to do a run an ALAO, third edition ALAO. He's got the maps and the new counters and all that stuff. And then Rick and I are going to do run a Mont Saint Jean. So
Sounds great. Lucky you.
yeah, yeah. And then I mean, I was looking. It looks like Thomas had posted the next La Bataille Fest is April of 2026. So I'll have to see if I can sneak away for 4 or 5 days and get out there to beautiful Gettysburg and push some counters around with you guys.
Yeah, he was talking
Okay.
about when we were there that to move it um, back or forward a month or I guess that would be back a month from instead of March to do it in April. So
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, for me, I'm still teaching at the university, so I'd have to like fly out on Friday and then fly home on Wednesday so I could teach on Thursday, kind of a thing. Um, and that would give me 4 days to play, so we could probably get through a decent sized battle in that time if we stay focused. So, all right. Well, I think we're ready to roll if everybody is set here. Um, oh, so Grim Harbinger says, yeah, Dresden is not a siege, so not having ladders to climb the walls, there being no breaches, the gates would have been the only way in. So he is suggesting that they probably didn't have any ladders with them for assaulting the walls there, the curtain walls there around the old city or the old part of Dresden.
It was a known problem when they reached the redoubts that the French had built, which were pretty tall. The Austrians and everybody had trouble escalating up to them, but even to get into the redoubts.
Yeah, yeah. So
let alone the fortress.
Yeah, so I don't anticipate that without having to look at it, I don't think they'd be able to get over the walls. So you wouldn't have to defend the walls. You just really have to defend the gates. So
what I seem to remember.
well, we didn't play the scenario where the French are like hopelessly outnumbered. That's I think the second day of the battle. And that's then when the Austrians and the Russians have a chance to kind of break in through the suburbs and get into that part of town. So, I think when I had played it with after we'd finished our Super Jena and David and I were filling in, I think I sent the old guard into the suburbs to clear the Austrians out. So we did several old guard charges, and that kind of threw the Austrians out of the suburbs. So, but otherwise, yeah, they were making pretty good progress. So it could have been very contentious. So, all right. Well, I think last we left, we'd had a couple of chits that were pulled. That so we had what is it, number 8? I don't know if that one went. French 8. We had Russian 5 and then French 13. So did French 8 get done?
No, but I think there's some stuff in 5 that still needs to be there. I was looking at it.
French 5?
Or no, the Russian 5.
Russian 5. I haven't moved Russian 5 at all. We called quits before we did that. Russian 5 is Russian 5 is the 12th division. I don't know why this is over here.
Yeah. Why is that over there?
Yeah, Russian 5 should be over here. Where is the 12th division? It should be over here on this guy. So that's the
probably dragged it when I
moved.
Oh, that would have changed everything. I don't know. This game's probably not valid anymore.
Yeah, no, that's the 12th division. Is number 5. So
okay, I have some questions about right. So this stack here, they were part of that charge that went up in here. There's no tired or they should be exhausted, I think.
And probably disordered, right?
Is that me or who is that?
That's your guys. It's not my guys. It's your dragoons, I think.
Yeah, it was that part of that cavalry charge that came up in here. You had your 2 of them here. One of them's there. The other one's right is actually underneath the 5.
Right. Well, one of them was in 2 hexes, right?
Well, they're disordered after the.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them came into here, and one of them came into there. No, well, he just came into there and attacked 2 X's. Or no,
Right.
he came into both and
Yeah,
attacked
yeah,
both.
yeah, 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 yeah. So,
But
okay, yeah. So it's my
so,
infantry. So that's the
so he
12th
should be
division.
disordered. He should be disordered too. And the actual unit should be flipped over, but
All right, and then we've got a marker number 6 out here. Did that already go?
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like it did.
yes,
So
it
you
did.
just
yes,
probably
yes,
want to
yes.
move it so that we don't have any confusion.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll go ahead and let's see who is in command and who is not in command. My leader is here, so I think everybody's in command. 1, 2, 3. Those guys are in command. Those guys are. Those guys are part of the 27th. And they're part of the 12th. Okay. Cool. All right. So, do I have anybody else? Those guys are part of the 26th. Okay. So I'm going to move this guy back. That'll make some room for some people. And then this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Park him there. Let's see, this guy can come out of line, or out of square. 2, 3. And all right. 1, 2, 3. We can fire down that way. Yeah, okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you can take a shot at him as he changes. So you will have 4 to 6. Oh, that's a hit. You did. All right, let's roll for him. And he's happy. Slightly fewer of them, but still happy. All right. And then this guy. There's only 2 increments left of him. We'll put him in skirmish. And we'll put him there. Those guys are the 27th, so that's somebody else. All right, let's see. Is there anybody else?
Hey, Michael, we're getting some background noise from you.
You're getting background noise from me?
Yep. Somebody talking in the background or TV or something?
Wow. That was like a couple rooms over.
David has very good hearing.
Some are more sensitive than others.
Yeah. Half canine. No.
Exactly. Okay, well, I think that's about the best I can do given how few units I have and what I got to work with. So we will move on to the next one.
Next one. All right. What am I going to do with him?
Well, what do you think about your knickerbockers there, Si?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
All right, do we want to grab a few more moves while we're at it? We got Russian number 2, that's me. We got the artillery chit after that.
Oh.
All right. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and declare charge. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, and since that's all that's in that unit, all right, this is going to go 1, 2. This is the target of my charge. 3.
Mitch, are you there?
He's muted right at the moment.
Mitch.
I think he was talking to his son or something.
Yeah, I heard some stuff going on in the background.
Hold on. I'm here.
All
This is
right.
here. That's there.
So I can charge you.
No, you're the target. You're there's a charge going on right here.
So here,
You-
so
These guys are in. Oh, these guys are in. Oh, it's oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
and this one's that's the target of my charge.
okay. So I can either, let's see, how many guys have we got there?
You can't do anything until I come next to you.
No, can't I form
you,
square?
you can try and form a rallying square. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was asking about. So,
Yep.
so I've got that option, or I can retreat into an adjacent unit. Correct?
You would have that option here.
Into or through. Yeah.
They can form square here.
Right. But I didn't. Right. So
Oh,
he
okay,
was
sure,
moving
okay.
forward. Right.
Okay.
And then, so if I try to form square, is it just a morale check like in 5th edition, or is it a square check?
It's a morale check for skirmishers forming a rallying square,
Okay. All right.
and it's on the. Let's see, which charts are they?
Forming rallying square. So you are 2 hexes away. So there's a -9 to my attempt, and if I fail, I'm disordered. And it doesn't look like there's any other modifier that I can tell. Right? I'm not in road column.
No,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yep, I think
Here we go.
that's-
Let's roll. See what we get. Oh, I guess they're going to be disordered.
Okay.
You. Yep, come on.
Let's
Now, Mitch, you had. Oh,
there.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that way I got an extra zone of control right here. So
Exciting. Okay, so which one are you going to do first?
let's do this one first here. All right. I think it's just going to be kind of a straight up thing, right? So charge acceleration, charge movement, enemy reaction, resolution. No retreat before charge. Okay, well, the charge click, resolve melee, resolving for each melee is resolved one at a time. Target is PD. All right, so I've got 85 doubled because I'm coming into your flank.
You 5-1, just roll.
That's not it's
No, but
not
it's
5 to 1.
not, aren't you? Because you're
It's heavy cavalry.
you're heavy
It's double.
cavalry. You're doubled.
Oh, okay, that's 72.
Well, no,
Right.
no, you don't have 72 because you lost an increment. So you're going to
Right.
have 66.
Okay.
So it's what I think that it comes
Or you'll
to
have
2
60,
to 1.
64. Yeah.
64 probably because that's
Yeah.
really strong.
Yeah, it's like 4 for each one. So,
So,
all right. So 64 to what did you have, David?
You'd have to have 92.
85.
You have to have 96 to get 1.5 to 1.
I'm 2 to 1. I've got 85 doubled because I'm hitting you in the flank.
170. It's about, it's 2 to 1 for sure.
2 to 1. 2 to 1.
Yeah. All right. And then I got a +6 for my guy there. And so let's see what we get here. Big or go home.
44
All right,
becomes
that'll
a
be it.
54.
54 at 2 to 1.
It's going to be a DD3.
So you're going to lose 1 for that, and you're going to lose 1 more because you're going to go through at least 1 more zone of influence.
No, you're only moving 3.
Oh, just 3.
Yeah. So you're going to end up right here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
And then just take 1 more hit.
Well, I'm working on it, brothers.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I got to get all these markers on here. Am I tired?
Yes,
Yes.
because you did
And you're
melee.
exhausted, right?
Yes, he will
And
be.
I'm exhausted. I will be at the end. And I'll be disordered because of that. So, all right. So I move into there. I disorder. Then I go, all right. And then we do our other one.
All right. So
Um,
now with this other one, did I already like make my morale check when I tried to do the rallying square, or do I make another morale check now?
It's another one.
Another one. Okay. So the fact that he's only got 1 increment and I've got 3, does that come into play, or is that only if it's
No.
infantry assaulting?
That's probably only with infantry.
Okay. All right. Let's roll and see what we get. A 33. Yes, I pass, even with a -3.
All right.
All right. So I get, do I get then double fire? And
Double
then-
fire and a chance for an
and the
odd
chance.
shift.
Okay. So let's roll for the shift. And there's no shift.
No shift.
And then
Take
my
a
fire
shot.
is just going to be my printed value. So that's, whoops, flip the wrong thing. All right.
Oh, I like that flip.
Oh, soon enough. Be patient. So it's 6. So it'll be a 1-to-1. No pluses, no minuses. Here we go. 52. They're dead.
That's it. Hey, nice job.
The
Smoked him.
Malamooks are no more. The Malamooks are Malamucks there.
Put them over.
Well, it's just it's a unit you don't have to deal with anymore.
Yes, but he did cause you that 1 extra hit, which I think is what he was kind of going for there.
Well, that and he had the chance of, a decent chance of doing some further damage than that too. So
Yeah.
all right. So now let's see. This can come off, and this guy here, he's going to go back his 5. 1, 2, 3.
You have to take my hex, though. Oh, did you?
He did.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already did.
Great.
So he's there, and
I think it's just 5 hexes.
yeah, that's what I went.
Is that 5?
Yeah,
Yep.
he was here, right?
1, 2,
I just can't
3,
count.
4, 5.
Yep.
All right. So now I'm exhausted and disordered.
Correct.
Morale, disorder, and exhausted, and exhausted. All right. And that guy's done.
Exciting. All right, so we can go now to, I've got Hex to Hex is saying, evening, gents. How you, Jeff? How are you doing out there? So we'll go over to mine. That is going to be the, that is that core.
We
I
could
think it's
start
the
the
8th core.
artillery fire off on the far west. There probably isn't very much of it.
Cool.
Robert, do you want to go down to game room 1? Maybe we can look at. There's not a whole lot out there.
All right. Now, Borzadin is your.
Yep, he's the corps commander. So it's going to be the 27th Division, the Converged Grenadiers, and the 2nd Grenadiers, plus anybody else who's, part of all that outfit there.
Well, who's been added to him? Because there's some others hanging around there. I don't know if they can or not.
Well, the only ones that would be the ones that I'm going to move, David. So you don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it. I'm going to see if I can limber up these horse guns. 5. I wonder if I do or not. Russian horse guns.
Do Control V on it.
No,
Yeah,
I
1 through
just
4.
looked it up on the chart. So
Yep.
No worries. They're not going anywhere fast, which is par for the course. So let's see what we want to do. All right, we will have them fade back here. Okay, and these guys are going to come up 1, 2, 3. They're going to go into line that's 4. They're going to declare an assault on these guys. And they're going to move here into that hex. So let's go ahead and rotate that. Nope, wrong way.
Are you disordering your cavalry? And
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to go back here. Let me flip them over. And well, okay, before they go there, I'm going to move this guy up and just put him in line. And then this guy will come in. And let me mark him as change label for 2 hexes. Okay, and then this guy's going to be disordered over here. Okay. All right, I got to move the hit marker as well. Okay. So that is that part. I got some more people to move. All right, do you have any skirmish cavalry around, David? Just for the sake of me keeping track of movement or whatnot.
Don't see any that are in range of anything that you've got.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to
Yep.
know so that way I didn't come charging up and then have to turn around and recount stuff. 1, 2, 3. All right. That could be fun. Let's do that. Because we like fun. 1. So this guy's going to declare an assault on...
Which okay.
So this guy here is going to declare an assault there. So he's going to come out of square. So that's going to be 1. So he's at a range of 1, 2, 3. And he's attacking, I guess it would be that hex. If we specify a hex or we specify a unit. Not sure how that works. Cool. Let me go ahead and put a mark on him. And let's go ahead and update that label so it says 3 hexes. All right, we got that set so far. Boop, 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 boop. Can skirmishers do an assault?
Yes.
Cool.
They don't bring much heat, but they sure can.
All right. Well, we'll give that a shot for what little it's worth. So we'll have...
Skirmish cavalry can't, but yeah, regular
Yeah, regular skirmishers can.
Can they in
They have
skirmish order
bayonets.
though?
Well, that's what I mean. in skirmish order, can they lead an assault?
Yep.
Okay. All
Cool.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
they
just had
have
one of those.
anything?
We just had one of the. Yeah, they're halved, and they're they've got
Okay.
some.
All right.
But they might get a bigger shot.
No, well, the idea is so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure because I'm still laboring under 3 or 4 different rules at any given point in time. So I've got this chap here who is a skirmisher, right? If I put him in skirmish order and I have him come down and lead an assault against this guy who's in skirmish, can he still retreat before combat, or is he pinned? Because I know against this guy he could retreat before combat, but if he's up against this guy also, so that's what I'm curious about. So I'm not sure, like with retreat before combat. I know in 5th edition, the skirmisher would be potentially pinned, since he can retreat from,
Well,
units that are
16.3.
regular.
I'm going to go hit it real quick.
Yeah, and I actually move faster than he does. So, for whatever that's worth.
I'm not sure. I don't think that comes into play, but
okay.
Retreat, let's see.
Yes, infantry deployed as skirmishers may retreat before assault from other skirmishers if they have a higher printed movement potential than the assaulting units. 16.3.3.
Okay, interesting. Good to know. So they can or cannot.
You can't if they had a movement potential greater than you, they could.
Image.
They have to. What's that?
But do I need to be in skirmish order to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what I wanted to find out.
I'll reread that. Infantry deployed as skirmishers may retreat before assault from other skirmishers if they have a higher printed movement potential than the assaulting unit. It's under 16.3.1, bullet number 4.
Okay.
Infantry deployed as skirmishers may always retreat from assaulting units not deployed as skirmishers.
Right. Okay. I don't know that I'll do that just yet. I'm gonna try to. Okay, we're gonna keep our reserve there. Okay, let's see here. We got some guns up here. These guys can move down 1, 2, and unlimber. All right, and we will flip them. All right, and Lowenstern, we'll just park him over here in the middle of the pack. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Those guys are disordered. All right, we'll just turn those guys and put them there. And then we will move our leader here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, I think this assault is canceled because you're being assaulted.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to. Where did? Okay. Let's see. Those batteries. Where did they?
What batteries?
The batteries
These guys,
you moved.
they were here.
They're out of command.
They had a ADC stacked with them.
But they're the ADCs more than 6 away from the the corps commander.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because there's your corps commander, there's your
Right.
division commander. And you still have to be in command of your corps commander to move those, and they're not in range.
Oh, I thought if they were with the ADC, they could.
He's still got to be in range of the corps commander.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Well, they're still considered out of command, though, in that he can't move them during the regroup, right?
I guess I could have moved them in the regroup, right? Because they were limbered.
Well, but you have because of the leaders there. I don't know if you can.
No, that's in
like
5th
You
edition.
could.
Yeah. So I could, because my leader was here, they could have moved there, but they just couldn't have unlimbered, right? During the regroup, you can limber, but you can't unlimber. Okay, so what I'll do instead is I'll just have these guys just shift over like that.
Where did they start?
They started here and here, so they just prolonged sideways. We're allowed to do that, aren't we? They were in command of. They were in command because their division leader was here, and they were then within 1, 2, 3 of their division leader.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, I think we've got this. So now what I need to do is then move the division leader so that 1, 2, 3, he will be in command next turn. 1, 2, 3. Well, he may be. 1, 2, 3. Those guys won't be. All right, or I move the corps commander to get that guy within 6, is what you're saying, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if the corps commander's here, then that one would be in command next turn, because he's stacked with an ADC, and then he's within 6 of the corps command. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, and then we got to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got to get. The problem is then we don't have everybody else in command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Actually, which one were you just referencing?
So my corps commander is here, and you told me that he's currently. This guy couldn't do anything because he's not within.
He's not within 6, right?
So I either have to move the division leader because he's attached to the 27th division. So I'd either have to move the division leader over there so he's within 3 of the division leader,
right?
Or I would, or I just have to kedge him or something like that, whatever kind of a thing. Actually, he can't. He's not even attached to the division leader anyway, because he's part of a different division. He's with the 2nd Grenadiers, so he shouldn't. I can't attach him to the 27th anyway.
That's correct.
Yeah, yeah. So let me go ahead and remove that label. So 2nd Grenadiers. All right. So then he'll have to kedge in future turns. Cool. All right. So I think we're done with the 27th. Yeah. That's about as good as I can do with them for the moment. All right. Now moving over to my other friends. The 2nd.
Who is this? This is just a little question aside. I'm just trying to figure out who's this guy right here.
Where? He's the 26th division. So these are part of the 26th division. Right?
But they got they're kind of like the same color as
Yeah, but they're a different corps.
Yeah, I was going to say what.
So they've got a black and less bright yellow stripe.
Oh, I found it.
And these
Yeah,
guys are brown with a yellow stripe. It's really
yeah,
subtle, Dave.
very subtle.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to figure.
you gotta get out your magnifying glass to figure it out.
Yeah, zoom
So
all the way in here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right. So I don't know that there's anything I can do with those guys right now. So let's do something with these guys. So these guys are going to, they're going, I guess I can move them out and then they can move in here to assault you, right? So they're going to go there. And then I'm going to have these guys here. And we might as well be in line while we're doing it because why not? And then I'll have these guys. All right. Yeah, we'll have those guys come down 1, 2, 3. We'll stack them there on top, also in line. All right, so we're attacking from basically a distance of 1. And let's say 1 hex. Okay, cool. Those are those guys done. And let's see, what else have we got? We can advance those guys there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we get here, we can go into line and then push those guys there like that. And then where's our leader? We want to put him here. All right, and those are cavalry that can't do anything right now. Do. Okay, I think that's it for those guys. I still have my reserve. We've got ways of moving around, I guess. Okay, that's it for me, as exciting as that is. So 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I put him there, would that reach that other guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it would. Okay. Good. Now, question. If a unit is being assaulted, are they able to change their facing?
No.
Okay. Worth asking. All right.
The only thing that can is actually a artillery unit that's a single artillery unit in a hex can actually turn to face an assault.
Right, provided it's not, what, in another facing or something like that?
Yeah, as long
Okay.
as it's not in an Ezocanite. Yeah.
Right. Now, so I have a question, right? So I assaulted 2 units that were doing an assault. So does that cancel your assault?
I don't know if it cancels it immediately or if it's canceled when the assault comes. When we get to the assault phase. Let's see. See if that's covered.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know we don't have to worry about this in 5th edition or Premiere because it's all happening. The French do all their stuff, and then the Russians do all their stuff. So we don't have this sort of intermediate
Right.
phase where stuff is happening
Because it's already all happened.
because
So
it's already happened. Yeah, it happens during your turn, right? So that's why I was curious what what's going to go on.
now, okay, diverting by a charge, that happens immediately.
Diverting an assault. Remember that the movement to an assault occurs during the maneuver segment, whereas rolling to close or melee. Therefore, it's possible that units are marked with an assault will be diverted in turn being assaulted or charged by an enemy unit. Assaulting stacks that are assaulted or charged in the same turn become diverted stacks. They now become defending stacks, targets of an assault, and remove their assault marker. When an assaulting unit is diverted, remove its assault marker immediately. Okay.
There you go.
So that answers the question. So Rick, this guy's assault is canceled by virtue of the fact that he is being assaulted himself. And then that one as well. Okay, cool. I think we got it all set, mostly. All right, well, that answered that. So now the question is, I'm going to move my core leader, and so that way he can put that other guy in command next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that works. And let's count it out to the other thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. All right. That takes care of all of that excitement. Cool. All right. I guess now we can start throwing lead at each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know. I think it's just us. I think Mitch and Michael and the rest are down somewhere else. So,
Rick's here.
yeah. So,
So
Rick,
you
we
can-
want to start off on your end of the universe, or, I mean,
Sure.
I know it looks like Michael's got some guns. I don't know that you've got
I
any
don't know
guns.
if I have any. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly Michael stuff.
Yeah, I've got one battery that can. I've got a couple of batteries
Or do
over
we
here
wa-
that can
I have
fire
one
on
up
Michael.
front.
So, yeah, I'll just let's
Do
do
we
the
want-
stuff. Yeah, and then when
I
Michael's
was
ready,
gonna-
we'll add him in. So where do
well,
we
I was
want to
going to
start?
suggest we go with them and just
Okay, that'll work
continue
too.
the other way, but whichever way.
All
So-
right.
Because I think a lot of your shots are against Michael also.
Yeah. With all his polls.
All right.
So let's go down there and
Okay.
join the party.
And I'm talking with a buddy of mine, and the buddy is like, he tells me he knows exactly what I'm talking about, and he's been there, he's ate there before, and it turns out Sony makes Blu-ray discs in 2 or 3 locations on planet Earth, and one of them is Terre Haute, Indiana. So they brought, and the proprietor of that, they brought him in from Japan. He trained under that like 110-year-old sushi master guy, the guy that was like world famous. He trained under him, and so they set him up there, and they fly in fresh fish every day. And so all the Japanese executives that go to Terre Haute can get authentic Japanese cuisine.
What a
Right.
great
All
story.
right.
What
Oh, that's cool.
So where are you guys at? We've finished with my movement, and we're going to join you guys with dishing out artillery stuff. So we're not sure where you are at in the process.
Mitch,
We moved
you're up.
from west to east with the artillery fire, and the volleys have thundered past the Westphalians, who scored some hits on the Russian Guard. And now we were just kind of getting to the central area around the Great Redoubt and the Kaminsky Woods.
Okay. All right.
All
Well,
right.
we will pick up with you guys over there.
All right, I've got a mandatory shot here. Boatload to one. I'm sure he's
They're
dead.
dead. Yeah, it's 6-1. There's no way you can miss.
And let's see, put him up on the whatchamacallit chart here. And he's
Bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead.
He is part of the 3rd Corps.
Yep, that's where I stuck him. All right.
My next shot, the other half
Take
of the
your
Great Redoubt.
ammo.
One on the Great Redoubt, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 8 here.
So it's a 1-1 with no pluses or minuses. That's a miss.
Oh, that's actually no ammo on those guys anyway. So
No. There's the Great Redoubt. Yeah.
Yep, they're unlimited ammo.
All right, these 2 guns line here.
Which 2?
+5. Miss.
Well, what are your odds? Oh, what is it? 18? So 3-1 odds. Yeah. Well, with a +5, 3-1. I think you need to get into the higher 20s, right? Yeah, 22. I think you missed it by 1.
Oh, well, it's close.
Yeah.
There you go. I think that's. Ooh, is that all the guns? I think that's all the guns.
All right, and then David's probably got some guns.
I got one.
Right?
I got maybe one more gun, but let's see. But maybe I don't have a shot. Oh, I got a shot right here.
Okay.
All right, both guns will fire on.
I don't know that they can both fire. I think only one can fire, maybe. Right, because you've got, this is a clear hex.
Yeah.
This is an occupied hex, right?
Okay, so
maybe I don't know what you. I mean, and this is not. There's no unit there. Those are just leaders.
Yeah.
So I don't know that you've got anything you can fire at with those guys this turn, or at this moment in time.
Fair enough. So right here.
Yeah. So this guy could fire.
There's a hit. There's a hit.
Yeah, 62. Yeah. So that. Well, is it a hit?
Yeah. Got it.
Well, a 62 is a good hit, right? But I don't think you can hit him. You could hit the infantry.
I'm hitting this.
You can't because it's right on the hex spine, right?
Oh, okay. Then hit
Can you fire down the hex spine? I didn't think so.
No, hit the infantry then.
Yeah. So it would go there. Right. So it would hit that young guard, disordered guy. So that's that was a 1-1 shot. Good. And then you can roll through and it would hit these guys. And then you'd be at 5 to what? 8 for them being disordered?
8, 1 to 2.
Yes.
1 to 2.
1 to 2 with a -6. So you'd have to roll. Yeah. So that's not good enough. Okay.
So just a step loss and a roll for disorder or the morale check if you haven't done that.
Morale check. Yeah, they're fine. So
I don't know. Did you take a step loss? I didn't see.
yes, he did. He's got
Super.
a 1 under him now. He was
Great.
Mark your ammo, and we're done at that point. Now let's see what I have, if I've got anything left here.
Well, you've got some people over here and here. I just don't know where you can fire sort of
8.
thread the needle somewhere.
Yeah, let's see. So he's got 6 plus 2. And this range of 9, range of 9. Okay.
Yeah, this hex is going to shoot at this hex. So I got 8 with a +4. Yeah, 6, 7.
So 8 to 9, so 1 to 1.5 with a +4.
1 of us 4. Boom.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Let's see. Do I have? Oh, and it rolls through to this one because they have a range of 9. Boom. Nope, that's not going to do anything. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I don't think I have anything else there. I might have something here. Let's see. That's a 3. Let's see this. Can't do that. Can do there. Range 11. And no, that one cannot do there. And let's see.
Clips your unit.
Well, let's try them. All right. So this, no, he doesn't have enough. Never mind for him. So 3. So what do we got here? We got so 11. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So Napoleon here is going to shoot at this. Battery there. Now, this doesn't block it, right? Because I don't have a shot at it. My shot to that is blocked, so it can't block my shot to that. Is that correct? That was the thing.
Why is that shot blocked? Is it because you've got a unit in the way or something?
Yeah, but a unit can't block if he can't be shot himself. He can't block the one behind him. That was the whole thing that we went through with Mitch a couple turns ago, right?
Well, was
So
that
where are you
because of
shooting from?
elevation? That was because of elevation. You're firing on the same
No,
elevation.
No.
no, this was not. This is there's
okay.
If a unit that can't, okay, you can't simultaneously block and hide. That's the whole point. So if you're hidden from shooting, you can't block.
right.
So if you can't shoot the disordered unit, then it doesn't block. Or I guess,
Yeah, yep. That's the way I was interpreting it.
So which stack is shooting?
This stack here
Okay.
is shooting at this artillery unit. Now, normally this would, but he doesn't have a shot at that because he's not visible to him to shoot him, or I would shoot at him with this plus the stack next to him, but I can't do that.
Okay, fire away.
I got 11 at 16 to there, plus 12.
So that's going to be a 53. At what was it? 1.5 to 1?
11 to 16. I think.
Oh, so it's actually a 1 to 2. I don't think. I think that's a miss. I think you need to get higher in the 50s. Yeah, you need to get a six. Actually, you need a 62 or better. So
Okay, nope, I missed that.
mark your ammo.
I will.
Couple duds.
I got another shot. Let's see. So he's 9 to 16, 1 to 2. All right, I'm gonna do 1 to 2 on that one, or on this one from this one.
Let's take a look. See, I'm gonna do minus 9 before you go.
I think he's got it. If
You're talking from.
Yeah, the only thing, I mean, yours, I can't shoot at again, I can't shoot at this guy. And all I've got in the way of it here is some officers, so.
Yeah, so
They're
by the
holding on.
same property.
So
Yeah, you can
1 to
fire them.
2, 1 to 2 plus 3. Come on, 66, 3. No.
Nope.
All right, so 46. Okay, so now I'll mark some ammo. Increase. And I got some more ammo to decrease and some more ammo to decrease. All right, let's see what else we got here.
All right, I've got some guns that can shoot. So I've got this gun here that can fire into this guy that's in square. What's left of him? So that's going to be 12 to 6. So it's going to be 2 to 1. I guess shifted what to 4 to 1?
Why is it 12?
Because I lost one of my 3 increments.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Those 3 increment ones are.
Okay, so it's and then there's a 2-column shift, or is it?
Yep, 2-column shift.
Okay, so if it's 2 to 1, then it becomes 3 to 1.
3 to 1. Yep.
Okay, all right. So we're on 3 to 1. No pluses, no minuses. A 14. Oh, that's a miss. You lucked out, David.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I've looked out twice on that one.
Yeah. We're just going to roll the guns right at you. I think that's our next strategy. All right. Let's see. If we, well, you've got artillery here, and I think that is Rick's gun.
That is Rick's.
Yep.
Now, can I shoot up this guy,
Yeah.
or does this guy block it?
No, he's at a higher elevation, and he is.
Well, I'm
This
equidistant, so
this guy is closer. That square's 1 hex from there, whereas he's 2 hexes from from here.
So what's it say up for line of sight? Because I've got.
You can shoot at either unit.
Okay. Well, obviously, shooting at the guy that's up on the hill is probably going to be better. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you'll be 8 to 8 or 8 to 6. So it's a 1-to-1 shot.
It's 8 to 6 plus 3 for the extra. Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's definitely a hit.
Where's that?
No question there.
Yes. Fortunately, Gallatin has moved away. All right. Well, we don't seem to care.
First leader ever.
All right.
What else do we got in here?
I don't know if Rick's got any more guns that are handy, but I've got some guns that can fire. So I'm going to have these 2 guns fire here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So we are at 1836. That's going to be 6 to 1 with a +5. At 54, it's 6 to 1. What is that? Oh, with a +5. That's going to make it a 63. That's 3 hits. They just
That eliminates it.
they just cease to exist.
Was there any minuses because I'm a small number of guys?
Uh,
Not that it matters. but
no. In
curious
Battles of
what
Age
you
of
get.
Reason, you would get
There
that,
is,
but
yeah.
Rick,
Bar
you're
is-
thinking of the Stug 3, which is a small target in squad leader.
yeah.
I wish. All right.
All right.
Let's just go.
So
Where do the
he's part of the
casualties
first
go?
core. Yeah,
On
so they go
the-
over
I got him.
on the core
You
thing.
got it.
I got him. Yeah.
All right, so then we're 6-1 here with a, I don't know, what have you got there? You got 6, so no pluses, but there is a minus 6, so 6-1 and -6. Well, that's still good enough for a hit. At 6-1, I don't think I can fail. Nope, that's a single hit on that stack.
Yeah, okay. What are you?
Okay. Take Maracek, right?
Yep.
Yep.
15.
Ugh.
Nope. They pass. Okay. Cool. And then I've got this guy can fire here.
Eric, did that shot have a second ricochet?
Oh, yeah, it would have. It would have gone down into that one. But now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 18 plus 9. So we're going to be at a 27 to 6.
There's 12 guys there.
So 27 to 6. That's going to be a 4-1. With a, I don't know what.
Actually, the center gun, his shot ricochets through there.
So this one goes down the line that way.
Yep.
And this one you're saying goes
Yeah, let me measure it
slightly
again, but I'm pretty
sideways.
sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys,
No, because it
goes-
just covers
he,
the
he
corner
goes
there.
to this hex. Goes to this hex right here.
But I'm
Let's see.
You have to explain why are you saying it goes to that hex so the rest of us know. I don't know why you're
4.
choosing.
There's the target hex, right? Now you double it. That's all right. Somebody
Right.
just grab the point. Okay.
right. So it's going here, right there, and then there. It's going right
No,
through the
it
corner.
crossed the corner. It crossed the corner, so it crossed the corner before it hit that one. Before it hit this one.
So hang on just a second. Let me see. So we're here on the center, right? And we draw it
Yeah.
through the center of the other guy, and we go out a ways so we can get
And
everything
then-
lined up, right?
And then draw it to that center.
Okay.
All right. So it crosses the corner of your guy, and then it goes into the corner of the third French guy. So
Okay,
the third
so
shot
that
goes
one and
first
then
to the
there.
Russian.
Okay.
How are you measuring that? Because like for me, it looks like the initial target, you're not at the center of the hex.
All right. If you double the thing, all right. Let me place it again here. Whoops.
This
Any
is more from
integrating
learning.
multiple
2,
of the range will give
3,
you
4.
same-
That's the original target hex. So I'm going to double that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see it crosses the center of the target hex. And it's going across the corner of the Russian and then across the corner of the
Yeah. I forgot we removed the unit. I was looking at the unit that's assault. has
You're
assault
right.
on it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So it's hitting that guy. It's a 1-1.
Minus 12.
Minus 12, which is, there's no way I can get hit. So
All right.
that one's done. But this one is coming right down the pike, and that
Right.
one would hit that one. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's
So
18.
5.
So that's 3 to 1 with a minus 12, but then a plus something for the size of the unit, right?
They're in line, so it's not 3 to 1.
Why wouldn't it be? Because they're big. They're more than 7 increments, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, and there's a plus something for the size of the unit, right? A plus 3.
Yep.
So it's
Plus
just a
3.
minus 9 altogether. Here we go. That's a bad
Oh,
rule, so
Jeopardy.
it doesn't happen anyway. All right. That was that little bit of artillery. Okay. All right. And
More
then I did
ammo.
have,
More.
and then I did have this one firing here, right? So let's see. That should then, I presume, go into that guy next, right? So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be a 3 to 1 shot there. No pluses or minuses. So a 46 at 3 to 1 is going to be good enough for a single hit. They're going to come out of square and be disordered.
Are you shooting at the square or the charging unit?
I shot the square because
Ricochet.
they're the first ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the first guy you just hit. Got it.
Yep.
Sorry, I thought you were pointing at the ricochet onto the
No,
charging
no, I
unit.
haven't gotten to that yet. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then he's
Now,
going
why
to
do they
be
come out of square? Just because they only have two?
because they've only got
guys?
2 increments, and so when they come out
Yeah.
of square like that, then they automatically become disordered.
Disordered.
Oh,
Yep.
disordered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Got it.
So then this one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be a 3 to 1. Well, no, actually, they're in. No, are they
They
disordered?
got 8 fire defense because they're in line, but it's a small unit in line, so it's 8 fire defense.
Oh, okay. All
Two
right.
to 1.
So it's 2 to 1 with a minus 6. Here we go.
6.
So that's going to become a 41 at
40.
2 to 1. That may or may not be a hit. I don't.
Close.
2 to 1. Yep, it's a hit. Bing.
You need just 41?
No, you need 30 something. At
Oh,
2 to 1, you need a
that one.
33 or better. So
Got it.
Eric, that shot picks up the back corner of the assaulting column on the ricochet.
what, this guy here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 9 to 6. So that's going to be 1 to 1.5 with a minus 9. Okay, so
It's
we have
actually 1.5 to 1.
1.5 to 1. Okay, here we go. 65. Well, that's probably good enough for a hit with a minus 9. Oh, 16.
That 16's me, but he's okay because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
elite.
his guy's. Well, but he's also got Moran with him, right? So the leader
You're
adds
not
in.
hitting him. You're hitting my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So this guy takes a loss,
Yeah.
and then you've got to make a morale check for him.
Let's take my loss. Morale check. 13. He
They're
disorders.
going to disorder. Yep. All right. Then I've got this shot here. So that's going to be, let's see, 18 to, what is it, 8 for disorder. So that's going to be a 2 to 1. And that's then going to go up to a 3 to 1. Yeah, with a plus 4. Here we go. 61, 66. That's going to be 2 hits on those poor guys.
From where to where? Sorry. Where was it from, Eric? And two? Or was it
Yeah,
again?
so these guys that are disordered,
Just got hit from who?
the guns that are right there next to him.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Why'd they put themselves right there? Oh, did you move the guns up?
I moved the guns there.
All right, so they've taken 3 total now.
Yep. So
And
make a
take
morale
check.
check with a -9.
I don't think you could have.
26.
What's
How did
the
they get
question,
there?
David? They prolonged there. They have a leader with artillery bonus.
Oh,
So those guys should route.
They are going to rout, but they probably will cease to exist by virtue of the fact that they have to exit a Zoc, right?
There you go, David. You got that?
yep.
Thank you, sir.
Let me update the other bit of ammunition. Okay. Cool. All right. All right, now we go over to where I can start lobbing shells at our friendly neighborhood poles here.
Eric, did Lowenstern want to shoot down at the Maynardier stack?
I don't know where that is.
It's in that same area. It's a little bit west of Kutaisov. That's that other bigger
Oh,
battery.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot that those guys are there. Yeah, I guess they could fire down this way, right?
You may be able to get 2 batteries, but certainly 1.
You can fire down this line if you have a
Well,
fire.
no, because
already.
I've got my
Oh right,
cavalry
those
there.
guys just disappeared to me on the board.
Yeah, no.
I know, they're
So I don't think those guys could fire. These guys could, or what's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be 8. So the one set of guns are at 5, and the others are going to be at 3. So that's going to be 8 to 9.
8 to 6. It's an
8 to
enfilade.
6. Okay, so it's a 1-to-1 with a +4. Okay, here we go. 44 plus 4. That's going to be
That's
a
what you're looking for.
52. Wow, that's a hit on those guys there.
Small chance of popping an ABC there too.
Wow, not today.
Not today.
I
Maybe
don't
next
know
time.
that you've got to worry about a morale check for those guys since they're probably fairly brilliant.
Yeah, everybody's got a pass though.
Oh, that's true. If you rolled bad
could
enough.
fail.
No.
He's all right. Yep.
Okay. All right. Let me update then the ammunition for those guys. That's the first time they've shot since they got reloaded.
In the main fire phase, they can probably combine with the infantry.
Yes, they could do that. All right, I got to put a ammunition on that guy. That's, in fact, the first time he's fired the whole game. All right. Cool. All right, now we move over to where the poles are massing. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Shall we
7.
pull another chit while the fire walks off the edge there?
Yeah, we could do that if you guys want to. French chit number 2. All right.
That's probably Robert's cavalry.
Yep.
Okay, so
Robert, you
these
want to
two
go over to a
guys-
different game room?
whoops.
Game room
These two
2.
guys can combine here. So that's going to be 14 to 7. So it's going to be a 2-to-1. Gosh, and you got what, 13 increments there? I think I get a +6 for the size. Yeah, +6 for the size, and then my leader adds another +1. So I got a +7, so 2 to 1 with a +7. 61, that's going to be 2 hits. That's a single hit on the top unit.
How's that 2 hits at 2 to 1?
I didn't say it was 2 hits. I said it was 1 hit.
Oh, you said 2 hits.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, he already had a hit on
and
him.
he corrected himself.
So he already
Yeah.
had a hit on him. So he would be up to a second hit. So, but you're welcome to put more hits on him if you want. I know that in 5th edition and Premier, a 66 at 2 to 1 is 2 hits. So,
and this one, it's
right.
not.
Yep. Make a morale check. And they're happy.
They're happy.
All right. Let me update that ammunition. Okay. Cool. All right. We're moving over to the other side of the universe. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to have this gun's going to fire down here this way. And so we're going to have 12 to 6. We'll have a 2 to 1 there with a plus something for my leader. +2 for my leader. So 2 to 1 with +2. That's another hit. And a morale check with a -6. And so that's a 26. Good. They're okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
They passed by that much. Okay, and then we roll through to the other guy. And so that's also going to be a 2 to 1, but this time with a -6. And that's going to be a miss.
And then no chance following through.
No chance following through because that's a skirmish cavalry, so that's not going to work.
Although you probably can't shoot it, so it probably doesn't even go through it.
Yeah. No, I mean it would. I'd have like a -12, and so it would be at best 1 to 1 odds, right? 1,
Yeah,
2,
it's
3, 4,
7
5.
to 14. It's like 1 to 2 or something
2,
like
3,
that. That's
4,
skirmish.
5. No. It's skirmish. Skirmish.
Oh,
cavalry.
okay. It's still right.
So
still
it's a 1 to 1, but with a -12, it's impossible for it to hit. Cool. And then I've got this guy here. 1, 2. He's at short range. That's going to be a 14. That'll be a 1 to 1 on them with a +2 for the leader. So here we go. Hey, that's good for a hit on your cavalry. I think they're down to just 1 increment at this point.
That's it.
Yeah, because I think they had 7 increments. Yeah, they're down to their last man practically. Well, roll your dice. You don't care about the odds. And they pass.
Does ricochet impact your own units?
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I had to deal with over on the inside.
It just wouldn't have enough snuff.
Oh.
Going through 3 stacks of -6.
Yeah, so it.
Well, I was thinking more about this guy right here.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it just won't have enough to carry through.
Yeah, because it would be a 1 to 1 with a -18, right?
Oh,
so there's absolutely no
yeah.
way that I could get a hit.
That's right. That raises. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Or actually,
Now at
less than
Osterstad,
that.
we were playing without that, and it is bloody.
Yeah.
Auerstadt.
Okay.
Osterstad?
Auerstadt.
All right. So Rick, you've got a gun there,
Awesome.
and then
Michael,
you've got.
fire.
Here, I'll make a quick roll, see if it matters. We're just shooting straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Nope, doesn't
Awesome.
matter. Scratch some more ammunition, I guess.
Yep.
All right. So these guys are going to fire at your skirmishers right there.
Sure. So you're at short range, so it's going to be a 14 to what? I don't know what the
All right.
The fire
It's
defense
14, 15,
there in the
21
thing.
actually, because there's one other. There's
No,
half,
that's not who
half
he's
those.
talking about. He's not
Oh,
talking about them. He's looking at the one that's on the road south of that.
Yeah, him firing right
So
there.
that's
oh,
going to be
that one.
15,
Okay.
right? So it's a
Yeah.
14 to 15. So it's 1 to 1.5.
That's a hit.
64 is a hit, any way you slice it. Okay, let's go ahead. And I don't think those guys have been hit yet. Nope, they haven't. Increment lost. And let's roll for them. And they're happy. And I think they're going to have to consolidate because I suspect that they are only 4 increments. Yep. So they are going to consolidate into this hex right there. All right, mark your ammunition.
Oh yeah, thank you. Ammo. We start off with 10, yes?
You start off with 12, so you're down
Oh, it
to
is
11.
12.
Yeah, unless you're
All right.
guard, in which case you get something else.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing the obvious right there. 24.
Nah, that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. Swing and a miss.
Yep. Mark your ammunition.
That's all I got.
The consolidation of this unit can trigger opportunity fire, so that one in line in front of it there.
Oh yeah.
So how does it contribute? Because he wasn't facing the unit, the hex that consolidated.
It's facing a consolidating unit.
Right, I was already in that
You've
hex. Right, so
you've
I
got-
didn't. So you would fire at me if I left this hex, but you're not facing me. Right? If you
Okay,
were facing
I
this
got-
hex, that would totally make sense. But
Okay.
he's not.
Okay,
So,
I don't
yeah.
know. So does the I wonder, does it apply to the cavalry, light cavalry skirmishing?
What light cavalry?
You got some right here.
I don't know.
That'd be under harassment. I'm just
Yeah, I mean, these are all the rules that I'm not at all familiar with because I
yeah.
don't
They
have,
don't get
yeah,
don't get.
yeah, and it's
One,
not
2,
really
3.
retreat before combat or
I know, but it does trigger opportunity. So, but it's I don't know harassment. I'll look it up. Continue on with what you're doing. And
I believe that is all of the artillery, Polish artillery that I have that can fire.
Okay, so it's here. Combat units that route through the zone or conduct retreat before assault or retreat before charge suffer harassment.
okay.
Yeah. All right, and I think that takes care of it. I think that was all our guns we had everywhere. So, all right, we can go back to the bucket and draw something else. So this is number 15. That's going to be, I'm pretty sure that is Brennan's cavalry out on that part of the world. And then number 4, I'm not sure who that is. Maybe that's Brennan's guys as well. So, who's number 4?
Hey, with 3 chits ahead of me, and I don't have a chit on the board, I'm just super exhausted. I think I'm going to call it. I don't think I'm going to be. If something needs to be done, just handle it. Okay.
Okay, because because Lavrov's command hasn't come up, so you just want Brennan to move that for you.
Oh, are we going to get to it? It's almost 11.
Well, I mean, we're down to looks like just the last
Okay.
2 chits.
I mean, it just sometimes
So
it
we
just
got
takes
the
for freaking ever. So I
French
just don't know.
10 and so it's the last one, right? So I don't
Okay.
know what French 10 is, if that's going to be impacted at all by what Lavrov is
maybe-
doing or what
so maybe I don't
the other
need to-
people are doing. Let's go down and
So probably
catch up with Brendan and Bob.
okay.
No stacking.
Hey
with-
guys, did you
Hey.
finish your stuff, Robert?
Not yet. Nope.
Oh, okay. Because then Mitch, you've got 15 and 4 came up.
15's the Russian Cossacks. I'll move them. They're opposite Robert, so I'll move them.
And then number 4 came up, and then we've got something going on with, I think it's Pajol's cavalry, which shouldn't have any
Yep.
impact on you. So we can probably do Pajol's cavalry, and then we can do Lavrov, and then we'll be done with all the moves in the bucket.
Cool, great. Okay, yep.
Okay, so we'll go back somewhere else. Let's go back up to the lobby. Um,
We're all
anybody
migrating
who is
south.
not
We gotta go to
who's
room
not
3
Brennan
now.
and Robert, and we'll take care of number 10 and number 3. All right. So, David, that number 10 is Pajol. I'm presuming you're not
Yep.
going to be doing anything that's going to necessarily impact over on Lavrov's side of the on the board, are you?
No, I don't think he's going to charge over there and
Okay.
do anything with Lavrov.
Okay, cool.
Well, let's see where. All right, so things have changed since I looked at this to figure out what I was going to do. So let me.
That is the nature of the universe.
He could do that.
So, Mitch, did you want to start doing stuff? You and Michael do stuff with Lavrov?
I was just starting Lavrov.
Oh, okay.
So 1, 2, 3,
All right. So, Dave, let's go to a
4,
different game room.
5, 6,
Well, I'd like
7,
to see what he's doing.
8.
Well, but he's moving at the very end after you do
Yeah,
your stuff.
I understand it. I understand it.
I'll stop. I'll pick up my moves next week because it'll just I can't do this till midnight.
Okay.
I'll see you next week, guys. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
All right, bye.
David.
All right. So now you can move Pajol without
Well, I can
any
move
worries.
All right, so let's start with this way. Okay, where does these are all wraith. What does he want to do? Does he? So let's see what happens with him. All right, this one with all the thing. He's going to go into skirmish here. 4, 5, 6, 7,
So, okay.
8, 9.
So he's in 2 hexes. So how are
Yep.
you moving him?
He's like he's a skirmisher,
Oh,
so
okay, like that. Okay,
he's like that.
cool.
And then from there he's going. So I'm at 8.
Oh, actually, you're at 9, right? Because he was in this hex here. So it cost him 3 to change. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gets him right there.
4, 5, 6, 7. Gets him there. 9. Yep. And then 10, you get a opportunity fire from there.
Sure. So I'm going to have, what is this? 12. So it's going to be halved. So it's going to be a 6 to 12. It's a 1 to 2 shot. That's a miss.
Skirmish cavalry is only a 12 in this game.
Skirmish cavalry in the clear is only worth 12. If they're in other terrain, they are more substantial. Like if they're in the brush, they're 13. If they're in the woods, they're 14.
All right. And where's his command? Is it right there? He is. Okay. Hey, where do I want him now? Commander's under here, so let's grab him. And there. And where's his their commanders underneath one? Oh, there.
No, his commander's right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's an ADC. And let's move him up to there. That keeps 1, 2, 3. He's in command. He's in command. And well, let's. Oh, hell. And where do I want Pajol to go after this? Got anybody left up here? Not really. Not really. So I'm just gonna keep Pajol right where he is. All right. All right, so I execute my charge. Forward 1, forward 2. This is the target of my charge.
All right, I will see if I can form up. Let's see, I need to beat a 35. I do. So I will consolidate there. And I don't know what happens now. Do I countercharge you or what happens? Or I
No,
guess you move up, right?
well, I assume that I can actually, since I'm light, I can actually recall at this point if I want.
Okay. Go ahead and make your die roll.
Let's see. What?
I think
Well,
you want to
I
roll
haven't
low, right?
decided. I haven't decided here.
Okay.
If I'm going to recall or not. I might continue on with this and see where it leads.
All one increment of you there.
All one increment of me.
I mean, you either recall or you
You're
carry on,
right,
right?
right, and you're okay. So you've got 3. So, um, so
I mean,
what's that give you?
I've got 4 increments to your 1 increment.
Yeah, 4 increment to the 1. And 5. I'm going to continue on.
Okay.
Actually,
Those are what your guard Cossacks, Eric?
No, they're just regular old. Hey, so don't move your don't move
right.
the infantry.
Yep, I realized that. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Any other charges, or that was it? Oh,
That
that
was
must have
it.
been it because that was all you marked. Okay. All right. So now, do I reaction charge or?
I don't think you can if you form up,
Oh,
but
okay.
we can check. I think if you rally, you're not allowed to do anything else other than accept the charge.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you're just standing.
Okay. Cool. So then let's just do our numbers, whatever those might be.
Um, so that's
Although I guess I could still retreat before combat, right? Because you
um,
only have a movement of 14, I have a movement of 16. So you moved 1, 2, 3 hexes. I guess I could retreat before combat and then.
but I think by virtue of you. But I'm trying to look up here and see what rules apply to this rallying square. No, this rallying square. Nope. Rallying square. Nope. Rallying square. No.
Forming up.
Everything's
When the charge zone, skirmishers may attempt to form up if they have a line of sight to the charging. To form up, the cavalry must make a morale check. Consult the cavalry skirmish form up chart for applicable modifiers. Oh, there's modifiers. What are the modifiers?
what number are you under?
I'm on 12.10.9.1.
Well, man.
And there's talking about some sort of modifiers for them
Yeah,
forming up, and I don't know where that is on the chart, which chart it is.
that would be the well. Let's see.
Skirmish form up.
Should
Okay, so if enemy cavalry is light, -6. If 4 hexes from it, 0 to 10. Okay. So you were, well, I presume I've got a line of sight on you when you're in the hex with your skirmishers, right? Or do I have to wait for you to move out of the hex with the skirmishers?
You could see through skirmishers, so yeah,
Oh, so I could have,
skirmishers.
okay, so I could have formed up then, being able to see through the skirmishers.
We're done with Russian 4, Russian 15.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see, what did I roll? Because there'll be a -6 since you're light cavalry. I rolled a 41, so that's going to be a 31. So they'll stay in skirmish. They won't form up.
All right. Do they disorder or anything?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's.
So it says skirmishers that fail to form up simply remain in skirmish order. They do not rout
Okay.
unless subsequently becoming the target of a charge if a charging unit makes contact. So because I can outrun you, I can just retreat back, right? You've moved 1, 2, 3 hexes. So I can retreat back, and then you would basically have to figure
Recall.
out recall, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, had you made your form up roll, you would have had to have stand.
Also, Cossacks, when they retreat, are not exhausted. They can go up to their full movement.
Yeah. Okay. So now I guess what you would recall or attempt to recall.
Retreat for charge into an adjacent.
You want a 1 to 4.
They may retreat before the charge. During their retreat, they only change for during the retreat, they may try opportunity actions. Follow pursuit of cavalry. Charging cavalry units must pursue cavalry units that retreat before charge unless they pass a recall check. This recall stops and moves no further. It does not recall unless pursue the retreating cavalry along its path of retreat as far as. All right. So I roll my pursuit. And I recall 1 through 4, and they recall. All right, so you retreated and done, and now I've recalled. And then I guess now it's my final movement here. Flip that to charged. 3, and he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 back to here. And he's going to be tired. And he's going to yeah. All right, so he's just gonna be there and tired. Let's
Okay, cool. We're done with number 10.
Yep.
All right. Did you
Is 2 finished?
2 what?
French
yeah.
2.
Mm-hmm.
French 2.
Okay.
Okay, so then it's just Russian number 3 that's still pending.
Yep.
Although I don't know, Brennan, are you moving Russian number 3 or what's the deal?
Rush number 3 is Mitch's guard division, guard corps.
Okay. Are you moving it or are you holding that off until he comes
Oh,
back next week?
Did Mitch leave?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
He had to, I can move it. If we want to press forward, I can move it. And then we could do the combat, or we could leave it for Mitch to have fun with first thing. What do you guys feel like?
I mean, it's after midnight for me. I'm, you know,
Yeah.
kind of.
Maybe we wrap it up and I mean, it's a major move for Mitch and right at the end of the turn. So I guess we wrap it up.
Okay. And that's what we'll do. Okay. Hit the handy dandy save button. And I will go ahead and wrap up the live stream.